Yes, Sreeni. Yeah. Okay. You all aspire to get into IIMs? So I also passed out of one such institution, IIM Bangalore. Okay. So my basic background is computer science. I worked for a couple of years, for 4 years to be precise, with Tata Consultancy Services before I went to IIM Bangalore. Then I worked for 2 years with Sony Corporation before joining a bunch of friends who are known to each other since childhood. Yeah, a lot of people will be surprised. That's when many of us started our journey together, and all of us have been friends since LKG, UKG, also. Yeah, and from there emerged an organization of our vision and our passion of enabling every child and every individual realize his or her dream. That organization's name is Career Launcher. So people behind Career Launcher, all of us have been through IIMs, and we were together since KG and LKG and UKG. So the journey has been pretty successful. This is a very significant thing because as I share, you will realize why and how you also can come together and realize your dreams. Yeah. Apart from education, I also enjoy quite a few things. I am highly right-brain person, so I'm into creative. I do painting, I do photography, I do theatre, and I do very seriously. So every year I have my exhibitions, and I've directed a few shows on television, I've acted in a few. And some of you definitely will reach IIM Bangalore, then you will see my paintings and photographs all over the institute. So there are the classroom, the library, computer centers, and your cafeterias, you will see my paintings there. And almost 2 decades now. Yeah. So this session of 2 hours, if you are really serious, and I am very serious, I am very passionate, so these 2 hours can really change your life, and I am very serious about it. So it entirely depends on how much I invest in it, and how much you all invest in it. Yeah? So investing in the sense, I want your active and proactive participation. And I shall try my level best to make the session interactive. Yeah, though for the paucity of time, I may not be able to do as interactive as I usually do. Okay. Before we go ahead, is my voice clear? Audible? Language is okay? Okay. Would you prefer me to Hindi में भी कुछ चंद बातें कहूँ? Okay. तो कोशिश जारी रखूंगा कि हिंदी और इंग्लिश का कुछ तालमेल बना रहे. Fine. It says believing is seeing. Does it say believing is seeing? What does believing is seeing? What does it mean to you?
So it means to achieve your focus, to achieve your thought, to achieve your aim, to what you believe in yourself and to achieve.
What do I believe? That is actually the eye of anything. I come to that. It's like believing in seeing. If you believe, you can do it.
Yeah, seeing is believing. तो आपने सुना है, जिसको देखोगे, जिसको परखोगे, उसको तो मानोगे. यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं, believing is seeing.
If I believe that I am going to Ahmedabad, then I am seeing myself that I am in Ahmedabad right now, from right now to 2 hours.
Okay. So you're talking about, as my friend shared, Seeing is believing is definitely one thing. But when you're talking about believing is seeing, if I believe what I am and what I can be, in all probability, you're going to see that happen. Yeah, a famous gentleman, Leonardo da Vinci, we all know the gentleman. And just imagine one individual being so good, engineering, yeah, he's an inventor, painter, sculptor, architect. Can you imagine one individual being so good at so many things? Yeah, and his contributions in each of these areas have been very immense. And he shared that anything I create in concrete, anything I create प्रत्यक्ष रूप में जो भी मैं बनाता हूँ, create करता हूँ, उसे I create million times before I create it in front of me. Does it make sense? Yeah. उदाहरण के तौर पे, you all have come today here in this session, but this is not the first time you have come to this session. You have been coming to the session. You came 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago. In the morning also you visited here. I am making sense? अब सोच के चले कि कैसे जाऊंगा, कहां से जाऊंगा, कितने बजे तक वापस आ जाना चाहिए, या जाके कौन सा वाला कुर्सी बैठूंगा, या कौन सा कुर्सी बैठने में मुझे भागने की सुविधा होगी. I'm making sense? And you try to occupy that seat. And people forced you, go ahead. He said that बच के निकलो, मुझे उसी वाली कुर्सी में बैठूंगा जिसमें मुझे बैठना है. Yeah, dear friends, life is all about this. If you really want to do it, you will make it happen. Yeah? So this session is that session. This session will remind you, at least take you to that plane, which will tell you what you are capable of. Yeah? So मेरी शक्ल दोबारा दिखा दूं. Okay. So we'll cover 3 things in this session. I am interested in cat, but I am also interested in telling you, cat is only one small thing in the whole long journey of life. I am making sense? एक छोटी सी चीज है, उसको हासिल करते ही रहेंगे, लेकिन उसको हासिल करने के लिए you have to really think much bigger than that will happen. Yeah? Okay. So then we get into cat, and finally I will also introduce you to a very unique business school that's been started by a set of people who are all entrepreneurs for the last 2 decades, that is anchored by people who are behind Career Launcher. Yeah, there are people who have founded Naukri.com and Educom. All those companies are making waves in the last 10 years. People have come together to create one business school which is very different. Why is it different? I'll talk to you about the end, towards the end. So there are many happy cats here. Yeah, not so happy. Okay, there are curious cats. But I believe there are many striving cats. Yeah, मेहनती cat बिल्लियां हैं जो छीन के लाएंगी. Okay. Welcome. There is a trait that each one of us has. This trait is unique to human beings, perhaps also to quite a few animals. I'll show perhaps a couple of films if I get the opportunity to. And it has eye all over it. What is that trait? Initiative. What more can it be? What more can it be? What? Equality. That's the word. Unique quality. Yeah, unique quality. Yeah, what is that? Initiative. Okay, what does this initiative mean? What does the trait initiative mean? What does it mean? Yes. To participate. To start. Is it just starting? Is something more? Challenging. Somebody said something here. To take responsibility. To at least try. to one step forward, to make an effort, to start with a dream. Yeah. Leadership. Steps to turn dream to reality. Innovation. We all know who invented the bulb, do we? Thomas Alva Edison. Do you know a little bit more about this invention of the bulb? Story behind it? Yeah.
He attended the school for a very last time, nearly 3 or 4 months, and after the teacher said that you are not capable of studying, and write a note to her mother that he is not able to study and he can't do anything in his life. And mother take the responsibility and said that I will make him a person one day. And then she started to teach him. And what we see is...
Okay. So yeah, that's the beginning of his life. Anything more about this bulb? 999 times. He failed about 999 times. Any more numbers? 17,000 times. Yeah. The numbers are that staggering. Okay. 10,682 times he failed in the process of creating the bulb. Imagine. 10,682 times. 3,000 different filaments he used to try and get the bulb. There is a small data about this gentleman called Edison. If I were to ask you to share what is, just looking at this dimension of Edison, if I were to ask you, how do you describe Edison in one word, what will that word be? Passionate. हाथ उठाइए फिर उसके बाद मुझे पता लगे कहां से. हाँ. Psycho. Okay. Persistent. Passionate. Focused. Hardworking. Determined. Initiator. Striving. Visionary. Optimistic. Determined. Persevering. I am sure there have been many occasions in our life we also demonstrated many of these traits, haven't we? Yeah. अब अपने आप बैठ के अगर सोचेंगे ऐसे काफी आपको उदाहरण अपने आप की जिंदगी में मिलेंगे जहां पे आपने ये सब किए हैं, लेकिन वो देखेंगे कहां कहां किए हैं. But look at it. Look at the passion of the person in going and getting. When there was no concept of light in this world, when the concept of light was very abstract, then the person relentlessly pursued to make one abstract into concrete. Yes? So when you're talking about initiative, you're not talking about taking the first step. You're talking about that belief that individual has that he is the only one who is going to make it happen, and consciously, consistently, relentlessly pursuing that one singular dream of his. Yeah? And there are quite a few people, as he rightly pointed out, very similar traits. There is a candidate you all know who was rejected when he went for an interview for a... Who is this person? Amitabh Bachchan. Huh? When world wrote him off saying that he is useless for electronic industry, this gentleman goes on to rewrite quite a few things, and many of us are waiting for new edition of some show to come because he is going to be there. कौन सा वाला show है? Yeah. There was a gentleman who invented a contraption in 1876. Alexander Graham Bell. What was his invention? Telephone. Is there anybody in this room today who does not carry the ubiquitous mobile phone? कोई है इस कमरे में जो मोबाइल फोन साथ लेके नहीं आए हो? अब सोचिए, जब उसने बनाया था लोग हंस पड़े कि किसको जरूरत है ये चीज. Imagine that ability of that person to visualize a century beyond 1876 was quite far away for somebody to even think of such a contraption. Today, there are people out there who use this technology, who have furthered this technology, like Nokia. We all know Nokia. What was Nokia before 1990, 1991? Pulp mills, paper, gum boots for those woodcutters to wear, not far ago, in 1990. Today, how many of us in this room do not carry Nokia? So almost 50 to 60% of people in this room do carry Nokia. Yeah, at least kahin na kahin to use kiye honge Nokia. But imagine the power of an individual's ability to think. It is not just now. The same data exists since 1995. 1991 they started making mobile. By 1995 they captured significant market around the world. But what is the question I ask is, if I ask you to leave your mobiles for a day, not go anywhere near the mobile, or I ask you not to go anywhere near the internet for a day, imagine what is going to happen to you. सोच सकते हैं one day without your mobile? Lot of us will keep thinking, यार दिन भर क्या करूंगा मैं? It's a reality. What I mean to say is ability of individuals to think that every human being in this world is going to be a slave of my invention. Am I making sense? दुनिया में ऐसा कोई नहीं रहेगा जो मेरे डिस्कवरी का स्लेव ना हो. मैं जैसा चाहूं वैसे उसको नचा के ही रहूंगा. Am I making sense? Think about our own behavior. Are we not really slaves for that mobile? And he is trying to put everything inside. Movie भी आ जाएगा, गाना भी आ जाएगा, जो चाहे सब आ जाएगा, ताकि इसको लटक के मरेगा वो. Dear friends, I am not talking about that founder or that person. I am talking about the ability every human being has. अगर इंसान चाहता है तो क्या कर सकता है? These are just an example. And there are a huge number of examples. Today I am going to take help of all those examples to share what you are capable of. And how are you thinking and what are you thinking about yourself? Can we invoke that capability of mine to make it happen? Yeah? So there are a lot of people. A young boy who was from a family of fishermen, fifth in the line. He always thought that he would create something to fly high in the sky. And he goes on to create. Who is this person? Dr. Kalam. Is it? Yeah. Just imagine the passion of an individual. Just going after it has yielded so many more things which he has perhaps never imagined that he will be. Do you think Dr. Kalam ever thought about being the president of the country? No. The Prime Minister walks and says, you deserve to be president of our country. Will you be? He said yes. And he goes on to become perhaps the most admired president of the country ever. Still humble, still passionate about whatever he did. Yeah? So if you are passionate about whatever you want to do in life, there are a lot of things that will come your way. You will really be surprised. A school teacher told a young boy, saying that you are not fit, the way somebody told the Newton. Yeah? And he went on to create something in this world. Who is this person? So it's not just Einstein. I could have put so many other. There are 67. When I did research about it, there are 67 of the greatest human beings on this planet have either quit the school or never went to school. Yeah? So here I put Einstein. So what it says is, a winner is not one who never fails. A winner is not one who never fails. It means to say, a winner is one who will fail. As simple as this. A winner is one who will fail. Kindly tell me, why does a winner fail? What is the reason why he fails? Because he tried. Yes. He sees success in failures or failures as the path to success. Can you tell me, when will we fail? When we try what?
When our passion gets down, then we are failed. And when we are able to maintain our passion, even we are failing practically, then it means we are on the way to our success.
Yeah. Somebody shared here. See, things we already know, things we already can do, I'm sure in all probability will not fail. Only when we do things we are not aware of, we are doing it for the first time, only when I'm pushing myself beyond, only I'm trying to discover more potential of mine, then only we fail. It means in failure there are new avenues, there are new paths that is going to emerge, where you are going to discover who you are, what more you can do. So most of the times, we do not take any step in our life fearing that we fail. So, dear friends, kindly enjoy failing. Put everything, and even if it fails, you are moving in the right direction. The more you fail, the greater is what you will realize. Yeah? So, there are quite a few people who dreamt big, who thought big. We know this gentleman? A petrol pump attendant. Imagine the ability of a petrol pump attendant to think the biggest ever corporate that is going to emerge in 20-25 years flat is going to be his. Yeah. Perhaps others ridiculed. There must have been many people who must have ridiculed. Honge ki nahi honge? But he must have thought all the time, every moment, saying that I am going to do something which nobody can imagine. I only know what race I am in. And what does he say? Between my past, present and future, there are only two factors. What are the two factors he's talking about? Self-belief and hard work. Yeah? अपने आप पर विश्वास होना, रखना और मेहनत, परिश्रम. ये दो ही चीज हैं जो भी मैं हासिल किया हूं आज इसके पीछे. And he says, our dreams have to be bigger, our ambitions higher, our commitment deeper, and our efforts greater. This is the secret behind Reliance growth, and also he says, this is the only secret that will help India grow. सोचिए, think big and push yourself to achieve that, and you will never ever fail. You're bound to. So if this is Dhiru Bhai, then there is another Bhai, Lakshmi Bhai. Think about a gentleman, a graduate, simple graduate, who joins his family business. But whatever happened in the family, he quit the family business without anything. He walked out of the family business and said that let me create my company of my vision. And he heads to Indonesia and gets hold of a company, a steel company, जिसको बंद कर दिया गया. Yeah? He takes it and turns it around and makes some money, pays money back to the owners, and all this happened in 1994. ज़्यादा पुराना बात नहीं है, 94 की बात है. 1994, first company starts seeing light of day, starts functioning very well. By 2005, in a matter of 11 years, he was in the top 5 richest people in the world. सिर्फ 11 साल.